I think online learning is appropriate for students at the K-12 level. I think that if a student does not do well in a traditional setting or private school, that they can, if they want to be homeschooled, that these online schools are accredited and more reliable than a lot of people think. They're actually growing to be pretty common now. So I definitely think it's appropriate for some students that don't want to be in the actual school setting, or like if they're celebrities or famous and they just can't, then they can still get their education online while doing what they need to do. I think that every student should be required to complete an online course, because if you're just grown up in the traditional setting from K to 12 and you don't have any really online course experience, you might struggle a little bit if you decide to go to college, because there's colleges that are all online, and with my classes, some of them fill up so fast that I have to take an online class just because there's no more on campus left. So it's really helpful if students know how to kind of work an online class before they get to college, so that they can easily succeed in that class without having to learn it while being in the class. My experience working with the LMS, I chose Google Classroom. It was easy to use, I thought, and I think it's going to be easy-ish to use for K through 5 or K through 6. There's good communication between the teacher and the student, or the student and the student, so that's another pro. The teachers don't need to take time printing out and making as much copies and using paper a lot because of the Google Classroom or another LMS, so they can save time and essentially save money. The cons were that there's not a calendar or something to where you can like keep track of stuff online, so you'll have to like keep track on a actual planner, but that could be kind of hard if they want to get if a teacher wants to be mainly online. It can be a little hard working with Google Classroom compared to another LMS, just because there really isn't a calendar on Google Classroom, so it's going to be hard to keep track of certain assignments and quizzes and things like that. I think the last con is just Google Classroom. There's really just not a lot to it, like Blackboard or something like Canvas. I think it just needs more to it, but as technology keeps advancing, I think they'll keep editing it and making it more effective. So those are my thoughts.